What's up, YouTube? Alright, listen. So, this is just a kind of like a quick dream, but I wanted to get y'all opinion. So, make sure you guys put it in the comments. Get y'all opinion on what y'all think that the dream could be talking about, because, like, it's weird. You know how, like, if you watch a TV show or if you watch a movie or something like that, like, some people will tend to dream about something that has to do with that. So the only thing that I have been watching is Fear the Walking Dead. And I was only catching up on it because I finished The Walking Dead, but then I knew that there was a Fear the Walking Dead with the guy Morgan from The Walking Dead. So this is the only thing that I could kind of connect, which it's still, like, to me, it still doesn't make any sense, because in this realm that I was in, like, there was no, like, zombies or anything like that. All of us in this realm had, you know, just backpacks on. It was like kind of like, it was like hiking. Okay, but there was like this big mountain, okay, that was, we were coming around this way, and the mountain was right here, so we were coming this way, and all of a sudden we seen like this in the distance that way. Okay, so we're walking this way, the mountain was here, so on this side, in the far distance, I seen like this big wave, and it's kind of like what they call in the movies, like the rogue waves. Like, it was huge. It looked like the wave in Poseidon, okay, basically. So the group that I was with, I'm like, oh my God, like, let's go, like, let's get up this mountain area so we can kind of, you know, get away from this wave. Like, I didn't know how big it was going to be, but I said the higher we get, the better off we are. So we came around the corner to go up the hill, to go up the mountain. And we got probably, I would say, about halfway up. Over the back part of the mountain was another wave. So it was like these waves were coming like this. And I'm like, I just looked at everybody and I'm like, hold on to somebody, or, you know, like, we had no way of getting away from it. Like, there was no way to escape it. Like, there was no, like, cave, or, like, not even the cave, like, it would have flooded the cave, but, like, there was literally no escape. So the waves hit us, and we were just kind of, like, floating everywhere, and like, I finally, like, I got up out of the water, and then, like, I instantly woke up. And then I'm like, okay, like, that was weird. So I went back to sleep. And it switched over to another dream realm that I was in, that it was this big, huge, like, swimming area. But it wasn't swimming. It wasn't like a pool. It was like it looked like a creek because you couldn't see the bottom of it. But you know how they have the swimming pools, like at schools and stuff, they have like the ropes, like tying like the shallow end to the deep end. Well, it wasn't like that. It was like, it was like this, and then there was another one that went straight back, and then there was another one that went this way, and it had like letters on, like, the rope sectioning it off. And I'm like, I said to somebody, I'm like, what are the numbers, or like, what are the letters for? And they're like, oh, there's certain areas that have like certain, like, I guess, depths or whatever. And I'm like, oh. I'm like, why is nobody in A? And they, oh, you don't want to go in A. And I said, why? Like, I can swim. And they're like, no, if you jump in there, you won't come back. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And they're like, it's kind of like the Bermuda Triangle. I said, it's a swimming area. There's so many people here swimming. Like, what are you talking about? So I seen this person jump in. They kind of like went like this. Okay, like they were going to do like a somersault. And I was, no. And it was like kind of too late because they were already in motion. So I'm like waiting for this person to like surface. And they didn't. And I'm like, oh my God. And I said to the other person that was standing there, I'm like, we have to go find him. And they're like, we're not going underneath there. We're not going underneath there. I said, I'm going to go find him. Like, this is like a person. Like, we need to find him. And he was a younger person. It looked probably like maybe like a teenage boy. So I'm like, we got to go find him. Like, he had, we just have to find him. So I jumped in, and like when I went down into like wherever, like this whole thing or whatever it was, like you could see down in it. It's weird. Like you couldn't see it from up on top of the water, but when you went down inside the water, like there was like this hole. It was probably like, I would say like 2 feet wide. Okay. And you could look down, and it's like, it looked kind of like a storage room. And I'm like, what is this? Like, what kind of place is this? Like, it's underwater. So I go down, I like kick the boxes out of the way so I can get down inside there. And I don't know how the kid got down inside there because the boxes were piled up. But I kicked the boxes out, and when I went to go down underneath, all the water just went, whew. It was gone. And I'm like, what the heck? And I like went like this and looked up, and it was all water again. I'm like, whoa. Like, that's creepy because the water's just like literally sitting above me. Like literally right where the hole is, the water was there, but everything under was nothing. So I'm like, okay. Like right away, like I'm looking at this storage area, and I'm like assessing everything. I'm like, okay, like right away, what can I use? What can I use? What can I use? Because I don't know where I'm at. I didn't have a flashlight. So I'm like looking around in these boxes now. So I found a flashlight and I found a hammer. I'm like, okay, this is better than nothing, so I'm just going to use this. So I heard people talking in the distance. And I'm like, wonder if this is like the people that like take these people that fall in here or jump in here or whatever. So I'm like trying to listen, and I couldn't hear. It sounded like, you know how if like somebody's talking to you and you're underwater, it has that muffled sound. So that's kind of what it sounded like. So I like looked around the corner like this, and I just seen a shadow of somebody walking like in the room. So with the light bouncing off of that person, you could see like the shadow of them. And I'm like, okay, I gotta do something. So I looked across the way, like it was like a hallway. So when I come out of the door, like right here, catty corner to where I was at, there was another door there, but it looked like kind of like a freezer door, like in a restaurant. It looked like that. And I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, do they like freeze these people? Like, and right away I'm sitting there thinking like all these commercials that I watched in real life of like McDonald's and Chick-fil-A and Burger King and Wendy's and that, I'm thinking, are they freezing people to make them because they're running out of like animals? Like, this is everything that was like literally racing through my mind, is that this is what they were doing down there. And then it got a little bit further into my brain that I was watching this video on the Cheyenne Mountain to where they have like these underground facilities, and they have like a ball and restaurants and things like that. And I'm like, I'm like, is this part of it? Because it was really creepy, because like all of this stuff was going through my head on top of me. Like I had 100% focus on trying to find this person. But then in the back of my head, it was just like, it was like all these things. Like I was just basically downloading whatever information that I could, and it was just like really, really weird. So I went over there, I snuck over and I opened the door. And there was nothing in there. Like literally it was just an empty room. So I'm like, okay, where is this person at? So I went and I looked to the left, and it was a dead end. So I'm like, I have to go that way, but there's people that way. So I was like, I don't have no weapon but a hammer. What if these people have guns? What if, whatever. So at this point I was like, I'm down here now. Like, what am I going to do? Obviously I can't go back up. Which I didn't try, but this is going through my head. So I was sneaking down, And I got to the door on the left where I seen the shadow of the guy walking past. So I like peeked around the corner and looked in, and there was a bunch of people like sitting there on the floor. And I'm like, did all these people fall in this water and like they're all down here now? So like I tried to hurry up and sneak past the room because I didn't want the people to see me. So when I got past it, like on the right there was another door. And there was like all of like these lab stations and like things like that, and I was just like, oh my god, like what is going on? Like they have to be either experiments or, like I said before, like they're preserving these people to suffice for like, what is it called? The what is it called? Like not having enough food, okay? So, yes, guys, I know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to, like, remember each detail of the dream while I'm telling you. On top of trying to figure out, like, what I'm saying, like, word-wise. So, I go over to where the lab things are, and there's, like, these... Do you ever see, like, the real tall pickle jars? Okay, so there was them, and they were on the shelves, like, above, like, the lab stations, and there was, like, little things inside of it. Like I couldn't see because the light was off in that room. I couldn't see specifically like what they were, but I was just like, I was thinking of like the worst. I was like, are these like parts of people? Like, is it like the brain, the eyes? Like, this is exactly what I was thinking. So I heard somebody coming up behind me and I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, I'm caught. Like, I'm going to be in the next specimen. And, like, when I tried to hide behind, like, the door part, I woke up. I was like, when I woke up, I'm like, dang, I'm like, I want to go back to sleep. I want to know what the hell happened. So I did fall back asleep, but, like, it was nothing. Like, I couldn't get back into neither one of the dreams. And normally, like me, I could pick up where I left off, or like, you know, whatever. Like I could start, you know, like I can get back to what I was dreaming about. I can get back to that realm, and this time I couldn't. But like to have them two dreams that had something to do with water, like I don't do that Googling and looking up, okay, what does it mean when you dream about water? What does it mean when you dream about this? Like, I have done that before. But it's deeper than that. Like, it's deeper than Google. So, like, I literally have to talk to somebody. And be like, hey, look, like, what is the reason why I'm dreaming about this? But to have them two, like one right after another, because when I used to go, like I would get up in the middle of the night, usually twice I do. If I would get up in the middle of the night and I would be having a dream, and I go back to sleep, it's weird. My eyes move back and forth like I'm flipping through pages to see if I could find the dream that I was just in. It's weird. Like, I literally can go like this. And I could find the dream that I was just in. Like, whatever realm I was in, I could find it. It's creepy, but, like, it's just, I don't know. Like, I literally don't know what to take out of that. Like, is it saying, like, stay away from water? Is it saying that something's going to happen as far as, you know, like, a bad storm? Like, okay, it's in the middle of winter, so it's not going to rain. It's snow out there. Like, we've had, in the past 2 days, we've had, like, 6 inches of snow. So, like, it's weird. It really is. But anyway, so, yeah. There is another dream that I did have. It was a couple days ago. I was living with my mom, and It's weird because I was older, but I was living with my mom, and I had like some of my stuff in the house, and some of her stuff was in there. It was kind of like roommates, like basically. And we ended up getting into some kind of argument for something. Sorry, y'all. I was up since 5:30. We ended up having an argument about something, and I was like, I'm leaving, like I'm moving out, like. And I moved to, like, it was a different house, but it was my grandfather's house. And, like, my grandfather was, like, he was everything to me. But I moved to his house, and, like, I was packing up my stuff, and my mom's sister, I'm not even going to say aunt because you earn titles, but my mom's sister was with her. And she was telling her, you don't let her have this. You keep this and you keep this. So when I'm going in there, and I went behind by my mom because she was standing in front of like the counter, like where the stuff was. And I said, excuse me, I said, can I grab my stuff out of here? And my mom's sister was like, no, you're not getting none of this. This is hers. And I said, no, that air fryer is mine. That pancake maker is mine. The panini maker is mine. And like I was naming like all these different things. So I packed up stuff and I put it. It wasn't like a van. I mean, it was shaped like a van, but it had like. Did you ever see the racks in the back of a restaurant? Like if you work in the kitchen. Did you ever see like the heavy duty wire racks? This is what this was like on the back of this van that I was putting my stuff in, and I'm like, okay, like whatever. So I was putting all my stuff in there, and I come back in to the house, and like a whole bunch of bags were just laying there. And she was like, yeah, all of your stuff is here. And I'm like, one, don't pack my stuff for me. This is my stuff. I could pack my stuff for myself. And she was like, no, I don't want you going through none of my stuff. This is all yours. I was like, okay, whatever. So I packed up my stuff, and I did like a quick walk through like the house and stuff like that to make sure that I didn't have nothing else that was mine in the house. And I walked out the door, got in the car or van or whatever it is, and I pulled off, and I woke up. Like it was really weird because I never lived with my mom when I was older. Like I only lived with my mom until I was like 19. Well, no. I lived with my mom until I was like 20, 21. Yeah. It's like 21 is when I moved out. But I lived with my mom and dad. But it was weird because I didn't argue with her before I left. Like I had my first son and I just moved out. So it was really weird to have that kind of dream. But I don't know if that's just like my mom telling me something, trying to communicate with me or whatever. So I don't even know what to get out of that. But I just figured I would share my 3 dreams with you guys. I hope you guys like this. I am going to be getting ready to leave for work pretty soon. I have to leave here at like 12. So I will see you guys later. Make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up. Comment below and let me know what you guys think. What do you guys take out of my dreams? My realms that I was in, like, because it was definitely realms that I was in because I literally felt that I was there. Like dreams, like not necessarily you don't feel like you're there, like you just it's like you're observing. You're like a spectator, okay? But these 2 dreams that I had about the water and then that pool thing, I literally felt like I was in there. I literally felt like I was in the dream, myself walking. But I couldn't see myself, like it was first person, like I couldn't see myself. So it was kind of crazy. But anyway, so yeah, let me know what you guys think. Comment below. Also, my Cash App will be in the description below, and you can also super thank your girl. I appreciate you guys for always the love and the support because, I mean, I know I've been slacking a little bit. It's these past couple months have just been a little bit crazy. So, but yes, I'm getting back on track. You know, it's kind of like a roller coaster. Like I'm here, but then I like break, and then I'm here, and then it's like break. So I gotta fix that. I have to fix that. I have to start bringing you guys more content. My cooking video would be coming Saturday, either Friday or Saturday, because I work Friday till 5:30, so it'll probably be Friday night or sometime Saturday. Probably Friday night because I'm making cheeseburger puffs, and I'm curious to see how it tastes and how it comes out, because when I watch the video on how these people make it, it looks so perfect. But when Diaz tries to make it, it looks like a poof, not a puff. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Thank you guys to all of you guys have been supporting my channel and staying with me. I will see you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day and stay safe.